Hello everybody and welcome to week 1 of the Low Punny Draft League Season 2. Gonna hop on here real quick, give you a quick team breakdown before we get into the match, just to kind of give you my mindset, reasons why I brought certain things, stuff like that. So this week we were playing Ashton, who finished 3rd overall last season. We played him in week 2 and beat him 2-1 in a pretty close game. And we both got different teams coming into this time. So he obviously, he made it to 3rd, made it to semifinals, lost to Colin before finals. So he proved his worth as a player, and this time he's got a team that I'm much more of a fan of personally. I really like the double megas here between Aerodactyl and Scovillain. It gives them a lot of flexibility, as neither is super dependent on a Megastone to function. Obviously Scovillain benefits from the buff much more, but Aerodactyl is perfectly fine running solo without popping Mega if need be, and it's a lot of flexibility. If you could, it's one of those things where you can bring both in a team and then decide which one is better depending on which mode you want to run. So the first note is that Garchomp does not look great here. Mega Arrow outspeeds and Ice Fangs it. Scovillain can't get killed really and will burn it. Espeon is faster with fairy coverage. Overall, it just kind of feels awkward to bring because it doesn't have too many strong points. Like, yeah, Earthquake hits Sylveon hard, or Iron Head if I want to squeeze that in, but I just don't think it's nice for Rough Skin versus the Population Bomber. But overall, I just don't think it's more of a luxury than a necessity this week, and it just feels like it can't get a lot going versus this team, so it's not coming, unfortunately. But we did pivot off of that into some things that do tend to have a much better matchup. So we're going to start in the middle here actually with our Staraptor. This is our dedicated lead with Sash, Tailwind to guarantee we can try to, or not guarantee, but to attempt to get Tailwind up into this team, because I don't really feel comfortable running a Trick Room mode into this, and I think I'd rather try to bank on a Tailwind strategy, even though I'm going to have to go band for band with Aerodactyl. Generally, my team is faster than a lot of the middling or slow parts of his team, and I think I can leverage a lot more out of the Tailwind, especially in an ideal scenario where I get Tailwind up and deny Tailwind from the opponent, where all of a sudden I'm faster than Aerodactyl and can start hitting it hard. And we have a couple ways to kind of leverage that. So our current spread does a couple things. It's mostly for things like Umbreon. Close Combat is a 2-hit KO if it's a specially defensive variant. With our attack and bulk spread, we can take 2 foul plays from Umbreon. We can live an Adamant, Technician, Mousehold, Population Bomb after we get our Intimidate drop on it. And our Brave Bird is an OHKO against all of Gallade. It's a 2-hit KO versus max HP Sylveon, and it's a roll to 2-hit KO if it's max defense. So between those two moves, that's honestly pretty much all we need going into something like this. Again, this is one of the better. I don't really have a great Umbreon. Well, I have the Pede in the back, as you can see, but this is it's a wow. Brave Bird is all I really need to get the job done for the most part. CC is just kind of an option to hit Umbreon super hard in particular, as well as drop Mousehold. And yeah, it's honestly pretty simple, just with some fancy EVs to do certain things, but it's pretty simple to understand. So I'm planning on leading this off with one of either Sableye or Tinkaton generally is the main game plan. So with Sableye, I am not running Fake Out, but I am running Priority Taunt to deny Tailwind from Aerodactyl while being immune to Fake Out attempts from the Toxicroak. Snarl is kind of just a random 4th option on there to tech versus like a Sylveon, which I am running 11 base speed or speed investment in order to outspeed an uninvested Sylveon, which I don't think it has any need to invest in speed this week for. So I can, if I'm in a scenario where this thing is about to go down, I can just outspeed it and drop a Snarl on it. Will-O-Wisp, that's a great option to instantly shut down things like Gallade, Mega Arrow, Mousehold if it wants to be cheeky and set up, and then Quash is like a very good general utility move. It's another thing that helps in the lead slot too, because let's say my Staraptor has to protect or gets faked out, I can Quash the Aerodactyl on the next turn, and then either if it wants to attempt to set up a Tailwind, or it wants to try to go for a rock move on my Raptor or something, it's going to be moving last, so I can still guarantee the Tailwind goes up. So that is kind of the main idea here, getting Tailwind up for my Chandelure and my Scolipede to just kind of go crazy. The other option with that is our Tinkaton with Fake Out as a pretty self-explanatory lead option to shut down things like the Toxicroak and the Aerodactyl and the Mouse. Mold Breaker is our ability of choice this week to shut down, or to go through Inner Focus on Umbreon, as well as not having to worry about burning from Spicy Spray Scovillain. If he wants to, obviously we can't hit it very hard, but if he wants to spam Rage Powder and I'm out in front of it, then I can not have to worry about the burn at least. And we got Akaberry to take a Overheat or a Flamethrower, because those are only the really big hits that threaten this thing, which is why I'm also think I'm pretty confident in getting away with a Swords Dance set this week. As you can see, Swords Dance gives me a way to kind of sit in front of Umbreon and actually pressure it over the long term. Gigaton gives me a way to instantly drop Sylveon without even having to thinking about it, as well as just being generally strong into most of the team, bar Clawitzer and Scovillain. But Stool Stab alone with SD is enough to kind of pummel through most of the team, and it has just a good matchup overall. So this kind of, you Fake Out if I'm leading it, or even if I'm bringing it in the back. It's a secondary lead option that can help Staraptor set up Tailwind, and in the mid to late game sweep with Swords Dance and apply a lot of offensive pressure via its typing and stab combo and high base power and all that. So our main abusers of our Tailwind this week are going to be our Life Orb Chandelure. With Flash Fire, we're pretty much completely stave off Scovillain and anything that it wants to do. Overheat with Life Orb is honestly probably some of the strongest bursts we're going to see. It is enough to OHKO a max HP Mega Scovillain. We have enough bulk to take Modest Fairy Feather Sylveon Hyper Voice 2 times. And if it wants to run Shadow Ball for coverage, we're going to be able to at least take one of those as well. Well, not both, but at least one of those first. Flamethrower is enough to... It's just a kind of a general stab move. If I don't feel like clicking out Overheat and dropping my special attack, it's a move I can click into things like a Gallade or a weakened Aerodactyl or something like that, where I don't have to worry about accuracy woes or special attack dropping things. So just kind of the general main stab move. It's honestly just better than Shadow Ball here. I know it's the same type as Overheat, but Fire Stab is just I really like in general into this matchup. Energy Ball is our last attack of choice to really nail the Clawitzer. I don't think it's always a guaranteed OHKO, unfortunately, but it depends on the bulk investment. If it is a slower, bulkier one, maybe for Trick Room, I think it's a chance to live. I think it's a roll, and then if it's offensive, though, yeah, I can drop it with Energy Ball. So I do think that's coming, so I really wanted to make sure I can hit that pretty hard, because it's probably one of, if not the best, switch into my Chandelure available, as well as being a neutral hit versus Mega Aerodactyl. And then Protect, because this is an offensive threat that doesn't pack a ton of great defensive matchups. Clawitzer drops it, Umbreon threatens it, Mega Aero threatens it, and Protect can buy me some turns to do something with something else, or just keep it alive a little longer if I'm in the face of like opposing Tailwind or Trick Room or other such nonsense. Our other main threat this week is going to be our Mega Scolipede. We are debuting the team captain with a Swords Dance, Gunk Shot, Leech Life Protect set. This absolutely dumpster Sylveon. I was a little worried about it with the first 5 because, I mean, even though I have Tink and Chandelure, those weren't necessarily dedicated to it, whereas this I can always just throw out into a Sylveon. I can take a Psychic and I can blow it away with a Gunk Shot. The Leech Life gives me an option to break again that Umbreon that looks very hard to break. Gunk Shot also drops Mega Scovillain, which is also pretty important here, because if I do feel like I want to sack this to get rid of the Scovillain so I can maybe sweep at the Tinkaton in the back, that is an option to do so. We're running Speed Boost alongside Protect to be able to, at +1, we outspeed everything except Mega Aero. And at +2, we also outspeed that Mega Aero, so Or if we just get Tailwind up with Mega, that also will do the trick. So Speed Boost just kind of gives us an option for if by the time SCOLIPEDE comes out, the Tailwind is already expired, and or we just aren't able to get the Tailwind up for whatever reason. It's another form of speed control versus, again, a very scary speed control demon in Mega Arrow. Speaking of which, our last option is the Choice Scarf, Hisui, and Samurott. With the Scarf Aqua Cutter, we are able to... I don't know if it's an OHKO on Mega Arrow, but I think it depends on rolls. Either way, Razor Shell's power difference was not enough to make a difference, so I'd rather just take the perfect accuracy option. Sacred Sword is a 2-hit KO on Umbreon, max defense, which I think is honestly crazy for a non-stab move, and I'm not even adamant at that, but it is, so that's pretty nice. Mega Horn isn't on for anything in particular, it's just kind of a better move to lock into than Ceaseless Edge, in my opinion, in this matchup, because it's a move that can deck things like Espeon, Umbreon, neutral hit on Gallade, all in like one slot, and because I'm Scarfed, I'm going to be locked into it, so I want to try to pick moves that I'm going to be okay with clicking over and over again. And Encore is a nice option for, again, either like an anti-lead, like I swap this in, or if something dies, I can lock it into Protect, I can lock it into Tailwind, Rage Powder, I can... Yeah, it gives me a lot of edge versus all the support mons, because I'm faster than absolutely everything with the Scarf, and if I get Tailwind up, obviously I don't have to worry even less, but it's more of an emergency option versus Aerodactyl if things don't go according to plan, like a Rock Slide, Flinch, or anything like that, as well as just being strong enough to kind of deal with everything, even though I'm locked into a move. And also, I also really am respecting a Scarf Scarf Gallade this week, and I think, yeah, I'm faster than that. I can't really drop it, but I threaten big damage against it, so gives me exactly what I need, at least the best as we can get. So that is our team for this week. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, my notes here are a little incomplete, so I'm kind of going off the dome too. It's been like a week since I've built this team, so that's generally my rough idea based on my patch notes and just what I remember doing the team building. And yeah, let's get into the battle.
It's 6 Hisui and Gudra.
Dude, not cool. Alright.
I don't know what you mean, that's so cool.
Wait.
I think it's in yours.
Oh, I'm sure you would love to play that. That's like your favorite.
1 low sweep versus 6 Hisui and Gudra.
Season 2, Game 1. Very much not the team I thought I would be bringing week 1. This does not look like a real team. Okay. A lot of things I expected. He brought both Megas, which I wasn't sure if he was going to do. They're both very good, so it's definitely, like, annoying. No Clawitzer is actually huge, but now I kind of look goofy for running Energy Ball just for that. But I really wanted to have at least one option to kill it, because I can mostly just click the fire moves into everything else. I like leading this in Sableye or Tinkaton. No Clawitzer means no Life Orb Ice Beam, which means this is pretty much untouchable. And now I also kind of wish I had Citrus over Sash, but no matter. I did what I thought was best. I think we're gonna try the Sableye version first. I think I get a little more versatility out of that. And then I don't really know what I need to kill. Probably just my 2 breakers in the back. Samurott doesn't look super necessary, although it would be nice. I think we're gonna just try this version first. I kind of depends on if he wants to immediately try doing Aerodactyl Tailwind stuff or Mega Scovillain stuff. So I think before I brought it probably a little better to Scovillain. Yeah, maybe I should have brought Samurott because this Aerodactyl is going to be annoying. but I do have a lead that's very good into it. So he didn't bring Toxic Rogue, so there's no fake out, so nothing's stopping me from clicking this for sure. We got double Intimidate off, and then there's a couple things I can do. I can either try to taunt one of these two immediately or try to burn it, and I think I think I need to turn off Tailwind first, and then I can deal with this one later. I'd like to deny this if possible. And I don't think my Raptor died. Well, I'm stashed, so I'm not going to die to anything unless it's like a crit. Okay. It's a good play on his part. Okay, that's not great for me, but not the end of the world, especially if I do get the Tailwind up. Oh yeah, I also completely forgot I had that, so never mind. But I do need to keep that in mind. We do get flinched, which is pretty bad, but I can drop I am threatening Taunt on his mouse hold, so he wouldn't be able to click it on mine. I could try to protect for a turn and then Willow the Aerodactyl. Again, I don't think he's gonna taunt me because me taunting him is the easiest play for me to make. So I could protect Animal Shop once, and then maybe burn both. One if not both. Getting a burn on this is pretty big. So regardless of what, even if I did mess up this play, I at least get that off. I'm expecting like a pop bomb into Raptor here. Okay, he just went for that. I don't know if this is Scarf or not. He's at... So with the burn, he's effectively at +1. And he does get triple axle. I think I need to get this Tailwind up regardless of anything else. So I'm going to focus on that. Does my Quash have higher priority than his Follow Me? I feel like it doesn't. So I think I'm going to try to ignore it. Okay. I think I made the right... Yeah, I think... I don't know if Follow Me or Quash goes first. I think pretty sure Follow Me is higher priority than Prankster moves. So I think this was the right play. Okay, perfect. He probably doesn't even have Axel. Perfect sequence. And I'm threatening, like, Okos on both of these pretty much. Actually, maybe not the mouse, but... They're both... The mouse is taunted, so I think I should try to take advantage of that. Or do I just Brave Bird the Gallade slot? I don't know if the Gallade is gonna click Protect or not. I feel like this is pretty safe. And then I can either Snarl to break a Sash or Quash something. Or I could just save this for later, but I don't think I need to because my Raptor is probably dead. So let's try this. Oh, you know what I also could have just totally done is just Willow that slot again. But it's not the end of the world. Choppleberry, okay. So we won't kill, but we should do most damage. Or not at all, okay. Sableye still in a great spot. Is that even gonna kill? Oh, he might not have Pop Bomb at all. Follow Me, Beat Up. I don't know what else you run, Encore. But that's really bad for him. Because nothing's stopping me from just doing this. Even a Gallade isn't gonna love taking that kind of hit. And then I probably have to taunt this first to keep Tailwind off, and then I can Willow the next turn. Yeah, I could have Brave Birded the slot, but I honestly... that probably would have been smarter, but... I'll still take damage. It's probably, what, at least 20%, right? Yeah. Chip is chip. That did a lot. Oh, it's because he's not intimidated. That's what I'm missing. He's in a very strange scenario. So Chandelure is looking great after I get rid of this Aerodactyl. Honestly, they're both not looking bad, but I think I want to try to save the Chandelure for later. I think I have one turn of Tailwind up, but it honestly doesn't really matter. Most of the speed tiers are kind of set in stone. And I'm not getting Tailwind back up, so I should probably just take my Willow on Aerodactyl. I could just Willow the Aerodactyl priority and then actually just Gunk Shot this thing. Do I care? I don't think I'm gonna get 2 turns of speed boost. I'm debating whether or not I even Mega here, but I think I want to make sure I dumpster this thing. So that's what I'm going to do. If it protects, it's not great. I don't know if I need the Mega to kill. He doesn't protect. Okay. Doesn't matter. Aerodactyl cannot one-shot me at all. So even if he's faster, which he probably... Oh, he's not. Okay. Actually, I think I literally calc to make sure at +2 I outspeed this thing, so I have Tailwind up, so that's effectively what's happening. And that shouldn't do too much. Doesn't even knock out the Sableye. Okay, so he's got Mouse, he's got Gallade. Honestly, I was hoping Mouse came out because I could burn it or taunt it. We need to get rid of this Aerodactyl if we want a Chandelure win. I don't even think I'm gonna have time to Swords Dance. I think we just gotta go for damage. I guess I can quash something. Might as well not even worry about the flinch chance. Okay, Earthquake. I don't know if that Void is sharp or not. Sacred Sword and Earthquake is what we've seen. Miss there would have been nice, but I can't rely on things like that. Okay, I'm not really concerned with Tailwind at this point, because it's this Aerodactyl that's threatening me. Burnt Gallade I'm not super afraid of, especially if it is locked into Earthquake. Because Knockoff is the scariest move he could click into Chandelure, to be honest. So I think Chandelure honestly might be able to kill from this range. So I might just try to get Juice back up with this, and then... I don't know if I need... I don't know if a flame... What will kill? An Energy Ball probably kills, to be honest. This is Life Orb Modest. Okay. Okay. No flinch, please. And yeah, I'm pretty sure that'll kill. Yeah. Okay, so... He might just be trying to bank on some justified... Honestly, do I lose to Earthquake right now? I might have already lost. Because my Scolipede has no speed boost. I think that's what sold me. Because his obvious play is just beat up into Earthquake. I don't think I have a way around that. other than maybe just attacking what's right in front of me. It almost doesn't... I don't really see a way out of this at this point. Okay. Wait. He doesn't. Yeah, that's really weak. I think I just won, actually, because of that. Maybe he just didn't... Maybe his Gallade is, like, not as fast? Well, he's obviously not Scarf, because he's been clicking different moves. Yeah, so... Maybe he just... Maybe he didn't know what my Chandelier... Well, he saw Life Orb, but... I think they're both base 80, so maybe he just thought it was, like, really fast, and he just isn't running a lot of speed on his Gallade, maybe? Maybe he's just really bulky. That's what I... That's the only other thing I can imagine. Because then, yeah, because I would have killed Gallade with Chandelure and then killed Mousehold with Scolipede then, if my Chandelure was faster anyway, so maybe that's what he was trying to figure out. But, good round 1. So, round 2, I think I definitely bring Samurott. I definitely don't want to have to deal with that Aerodactylus again. And then maybe try to squeeze out some more speed boost turns. I don't think I want to lead it. I could lead this, which does give me Fake Out and a better advantage into Aerodactyl. We're bringing this for sure. He put Mousehold next to it. He could put Sylveon next to it. I don't know if he's gonna fully pivot into a Scovillain mode, because that would make me want to lead this instead. But honestly, I can just Brave Bird it, and it's not a big deal, even if this thing goes down, as long as I get my thing up. So I think we're gonna try this, and it should still be guaranteed, while covering the Aerodactyl matchup again. And then something in the back, probably for like Gallade. Tinkaton in general actually just looks really strong here, so I think I'm definitely leading this. If there's like a Scovillain in the back, maybe I want this, because I kind of struggle to break it with this setup. And then Pete or Worst Company for sure. I think we're gonna try Pete. I think it looks a little stronger and gives me another option into like a late game Umbreon if my Tinkaton goes down or something. I think it's just more flexible. Okay. So he totally pivoted off lead, which is not great for me, but... Because I can't really Swords Dance in front of this thing. Well, I kind of can, but... Oh, dude, what am I talking about? I'm Mold Breaker, so I completely ignore the burning ability and the inner focus. So I actually still do get Fake Out on whatever I want turn 1. I don't really need Tailwind if he didn't bring Aerodactyl, to be honest. And I think I can pretty safely bank on that he didn't and just, like, murk one of the... I probably need to kill the Rage Powdering dude first, but I don't know if he's gonna farm a Moody Boost or not. I think I'm gonna lock this. Because I could have faked out the Scovillain and CC'd the Umbreon, but then Umbreon would live, and then next turn he could Rage Powder, so... He doesn't protect, so I do get my Brave Bird off. I don't remember... I don't know if Walk's hit on those spread. It just kills. Perfect. We're gonna have to lose a ton of health and get burnt, but I honestly think that's worth it. Because that's great for, like, the Mega Scolipede in the back. And my Tinkaton, depending on what comes out, might be able to just start Swords Dance sweeping. Because I'm gonna guess, like, maybe Mouse plus Gallade in the back. I think Gallade for sure. Because you can even proc Justified with this thing. Yeah, Sylveon, he does have Aerodactyl in the back, but we know it's not Mega. We saw Rock Slide. I feel like that's the only move I saw from this thing last game, but I think Sword Stance is pretty free here. I'm not super terrified of an Earthquake, and we have Akka if he's Fire Fang. So I'm going to try to get that Sword Stance up, and then I guess I might go for a YOLO Tailwind, because I can't really watch into this thing. I could try to Protect to stall out one turn, but I also don't know if that's what I want to do. It's because right now is the turn I should try to take advantage of him, because he might just try to go for a Tailwind. Okay, we do live. Do flinch, which is not great. We double flinch, which is also not great. Calm Mind. That is interesting, but I don't think I have to respect it, because between Scolipede and Tinkaton, I'm gonna beat it down regardless. So we Sword Stance on this slot. Is this worth trying to eke out a Protect, is the question. I think I'm better off just risking the miss, or like hoping for a miss and Tailwinding, because honestly, this Aerodactyl just needs to go in general. I don't think I have time to set up anymore, actually, which kind of sucks. Okay. If we could just pop Tailwind and not flinch, that would be fantastic. Okay. But we do have Tailwind up, so we do have speed advantage. And we know the arrow's not Sash, because it's Mega, obviously. But flinching on this thing over and over again is not what we need right now when this thing is clicking that. Well, we could literally just get your damage off. And then I need to... The Bug can run over Umbreon. I really want to just get rid of you. Unless I Sword Stance on the Protect. But... he hasn't even revealed Protect on this. We don't even know if he has that. He could, obviously, but I don't need to be making plays off of a could. The fact is, my last two mons hate Aerodactyl, and Gigaton can just Thanos snap it. Well, I guess I should have... he's probably going to switch then, isn't he? But he only has one other switch in, and half those mons can't even switch into Gigaton. Okay. Awesome sauce. Now, this is a Calm Mind Sweeper, but what is it, like, running? Like, you have Dark Pulse and what? That did absolutely nothing. That is, like, uber max physical defense. Oh, Nards. Well, what could that even go into? Because if it's Sylveon... I just blew my Gigaton turn, which isn't great. Oh, well, I have Peed. And I don't even have to worry about the speed boosting now because I got Tailwind up. So as long as we just don't miss our gunk shots, we're fine. I think we just we gunk shot and then SD. Because I don't think Umbreon is threatening to... The worst thing it can do is like foul play the Scolipede and then he protects Sylveon, but it's not gonna one-shot me. And then he can't really do anything into Tinkaton. That's why Sword Stance kind of goes crazy on it, because there's a lot of combinations where they just can't touch Tinkaton and I can just get some boosts up and then like break through Umbreon eventually. Alright, awesome. That should be dead, right? I guess unless it was Sash, but it wasn't, so... Do land our move. Love to see that. It only took getting Rock Slide flinched 3 times in 2 turns, but we did it. We broke through. And this should be able to seal the deal. I mean, it's physically bulky, but at this point, it's just not going to do enough damage to overwhelm either of these two. So that's going to put a bow on week 1. So we're starting off the season very strong, 2-0 performance. Mega SCOLIPEDE coming out, getting some pretty big licks in both fights. So proud of the boy, and yeah, awesome. Really excited to see where the season goes.
Good games.
Good game, good game.
Good game.
It only took a million rock slide flinches, but eventually we slowly won. Slowly.
Yeah, I got a little lucky with those rock slide flinches.
I was not a happy camper. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm sure.
But I made up for it with I think you missed a rock slide and I got tailwind off. I think was what happened.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Because I don't know.
Damn.
I guess it depends on how fast your Sylveon would have been, if it would have been faster than SCOLIPEDE or not.
I think it was.
Can't wait to play Tate week 1.
You're not
What?
though. You're playing Dom week 1 though.
Yeah, he's just gonna spoon feed Dom. So I'm essentially
Oh.
Dom doesn't listen to me anymore. He got mad at me, so.
Honestly,
Because you threw his Lucario in the bin.
Lucario was not what he needed. He did not need Lucario.
It still
Dude,
looked
We had a
good.
group chat running, bro, and like this man literally was talking about Lucario, and then Tate snagged him.
That's hilarious and also awful. How could you do
Ah,
that to
damn.
somebody?
Lucario was not what he needed on his team.
What did he need? Alakazam?
He needed healing. He needed utility.
He needed
Lucario was not what he
97.1 the Pede.
He didn't. He needed the Pede.
Yeah, that's
Well,
what he needed.
too bad he couldn't get the Pede. Occupado. That boy was mine. I built the whole draft around him. No way he was getting away from me.
I just can't believe I'm going up against the fucking Mega Staraptor week 1. Oh my gosh.
Well, you're lucky because it's Dom and it's week 1. So if you're really scared of it, then week 1 is your best chance.
Yeah. He'll be like, what's contrary?
What's contrary? Well, that's why it's such a good mon for him, because it's literally just click close combat machine.